Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Glenn's Garage. I'm Glenn, and here is where we're at. 2006 S60 T5 motor, white block. All right, so we had a little problems. I think I posted the video on this, but cam locking tool. So previous video had everything about setting the timing. Setting the timing was fine. Because of the VVT hubs, the inner part, the cam itself was slightly skewed. This one was about to the 2 o'clock position. There's 2 slots. Again, take a look at the video there. And then two slots straight across for the stator, which I did on the video before. That's the small piece that goes on here, and then the sensor, cam sensor cap. Obviously that sends signal. The magnet goes around, stator if you will, along with the camshaft, and provides timing information for the ECU. All right, cam locking tool, having a problem. What we had to do was, first thing, so we get a little focus. The bolts that come with the kit, there's shorter ones and then there's longer ones. This is an MTC version that I happen to get from IPD. Thank you very much IPD for that. Finally getting around to being able to use it. But the bolts were too long. They went into the cam and they bottomed out. So I just have a spacer nut in here. Everything's tight. Getting this, we were able to basically just lift this cam, because again, the exhaust cam was a little out of time in terms of not the timing marks over on the VVT hubs, but because of the variable valve timing when the car was shut off, the cam hit was adjusted a little bit. I'm going to say it was a little bit retarded, so it was basically just backed up counterclockwise from the slots that are supposed to go in the 3 o'clock and the 9 o'clock position. 1 to the 3, 1 to the 9, and they actually meet and mesh up with the case between the cam cover and the cylinder head. Okay, and that, once the cams are aligned in here, so we're able to put this on, rotate the cam slightly, didn't affect the timing belt or anything, and basically those VVT hubs allow that cam to rotate slightly, maybe a degree or two, and bring these into mesh. Now, the second problem I have, and I don't know whether it's the white block T5s, the red block seems to be fine. Had to do some consulting with my local Volvo specialist along with IPD, but this bridge over to kind of lock these cams together and also provide a little bit more stability, because I'm doing the cam seals. Oops, finger. Needed some spacing, and so what I did is I just used 3 washers, and now everything is snuggy, buggy, and a ruggy. Okay, everything's locked in there. The spacers provided the extra lift for this, what I'm going to call a bridge piece, to lock in. What was happening was, obviously, as that screw went in, it wanted to actually separate the lower, where is it? It wanted to separate the lower connector from the upper with the thread spacing, and then basically wanted to pinch this down and cause basically kind of a pinch. So everything's flat now, everything's good. Okay, now we're at timing belt, and we're hopefully going to get the cams all on one. However, I just noticed a problem as I was kind of getting tools ready, is the spacing I have between the exhaust hub, and this is a T55, goes in there, show you real quick, T55 on the front, T55 on the back. Okay, the spacing right here between the hub and this plastic kind of guide piece doesn't allow for me to get a ratchet in there, so we're gonna have to figure out a way to get those out. Now, once I get these hubs loosened, and these are caps, oops, where am I? These are actually caps to the hub. There actually is a another, I believe it's T55, but we'll find out when we get in there, bolt that actually secures the hub to the cam. Okay, timing is locked. Okay, center crankshaft is in place. Not going to lock it because it basically is in time. Plus, in order to do that, you have to go through here. You have to go through the starter, front of the motor to put a crankshaft lock in. So we're going to go with this. All right, what do we need? First thing we're going to do is pull the belt. We need to loosen 12mm bolt. Then we can use a 6mm hex to rotate this tensioner and get the belt off. And then what we're going to do is we're going to pull the tensioner pulley. We also are going to pull, where is it? There it is, the roller pulley. And then we're going to get the water pump out next. All right, so let's see. We got the trusty tripod in here set up. Let's get it so we can see.